In the complex arena of markets, policies, and human behavior, where data drives decisions, the economist stands as a key interpreter. This role involves analyzing economic trends, forecasting outcomes, and advising on strategies that influence everything from government budgets to corporate profits. The job description of an economist centers on research, analysis, and insight, making it a vital force in understanding and navigating the financial landscape. Let's explore what this position entails, the skills it demands, and why it's a cornerstone of informed decision-making. What does an economist do? An economist studies how resources are produced, distributed, and consumed, using data to uncover patterns and predict future trends. They work in diverse settings: government agencies, banks, universities, or private firms, tackling questions like inflation rates, employment shifts, or trade impacts. Armed with statistical tools and economic theories, they provide actionable advice to policymakers, businesses, or researchers. Picture them as detectives of dollars and cents, sifting through numbers to reveal the stories behind markets and societies. They're the thinkers who turn raw data into wisdom, one model at a time. Core responsibilities in focus. The job description of an economist adapts to their sector but revolves around key duties. Here's what they typically handle. 1. Data analysis. They crunch numbers, GDP stats, wage trends, to identify patterns or anomalies. 2. Forecasting. Predicting outcomes, like interest rate shifts or job growth, they guide planning with models. 3. Research. Investigating topics, tax effects, trade policies, they produce reports or studies. 4. Policy advice. Recommending strategies, cut spending, raise tariffs, they shape decisions for leaders. 5. Communication. Presenting findings, in papers, briefs, or talks, they translate complexity for stakeholders. These tasks position the economist as a researcher and advisor, analytical, precise, turning stats into strategy. Skills that define the role. To excel as an economist, a robust skill set is essential. Analytical prowess leads. Mastering statistics, econometrics, or theory takes sharp intellect. Critical thinking shines. Questioning data or spotting bias demands a keen, skeptical mind. Technical skills are key. Using software like Stata or Excel crunches big datasets fast. Communication matters, too. Explaining inflation to a CEO or senator requires clarity and poise. Curiosity rounds it out. Digging deeper into trends or policies fuels their craft. A day in the life of economist. Let's shadow Dr. Elena, an economist at a government agency. Her day starts at 8 a.m. with a data pull. She downloads unemployment stats for a report. By 9, she's running regressions in R, spotting a dip in manufacturing jobs. At 10:30, she drafts a brief, linking the trend to factory closures. Midday, Dr. Elena meets her team. New trade data's in. She suggests a tariff impact study. At 2 p.m., she's on a call with a policymaker, explaining wage stagnation in plain terms. Afternoon shifts to a forecast. She models GDP growth, tweaking for oil prices. By 5, she polishes a presentation, her insights set to sway budgets. She wraps at 6, numbers now knowledge. Challenges and rewards. The role carries its burdens. Complexity looms. Disentangling economic variables can feel like chasing shadows. Deadlines press. A last-minute policy shift demands quick pivots. Data gaps frustrate. Missing stats or flawed surveys stall progress. Public scrutiny stings, too. Predictions that miss the mark draw heat. Yet the rewards run deep. Shaping a budget or trade deal offers tangible impact. Intellectual thrill grows. Cracking a tough model feels triumphant. Pays strong. Median $115,000 per BLS, and prestige follows. Their voice carries weight. It's a field where brainpower bends the world. Why economists matter? Economists are the compass of fiscal navigation. Without them, policies flounder, tax cuts misfire, markets crash blind. Their forecasts steer investments, their studies curb crises. They're the quiet architects of stability, ensuring decisions rest on reason, not guesswork. Their work prevents chaos and drives progress. A well-timed rate prediction can avert recession. A labor study can boost jobs. They bridge theory to action, making abstract numbers concrete solutions for governments, firms, and citizens alike. The broader impact. Their influence stretches far. In government, they craft budgets or trade rules, shaping how nations spend and compete. In business, they guide pricing or expansion, keeping firms ahead of curves. In academia, they push knowledge, new theories on inequality or growth ripple out. As global trade hits $28 trillion, WTO, their insights keep economies linked and thriving. They also tackle big questions: climate costs, wage gaps, tax toll. Their models weigh carbon taxes or AI job loss, blending economics with ethics. It's a role where data meets destiny, influencing how we live and prosper. Pathways and opportunities. Becoming an economist starts with education, a bachelor's in economics or math, often followed by a master's or PhD for top roles. Entry-level paths might begin with analyst gigs, building data skills over years. Certifications, like CFA or software mastery at Edge, experience deepens the rest. Growth spans wide. Some rise to chief economist, helm think tanks, or consult globally. Others pivot, finance, policy, or teaching, using skills like forecasting or stats. It's a career with depth, offering influence and versatility across sectors. How does context shape the role? The economist's focus shifts by arena. In government, it's macro, GDP, inflation. In firms, it's micro, costs, demand. In academia, it's theory, models, papers. The core holds: analyze, predict, advise. This range keeps the role vital across economic terrains. Technology's role. Tech's a game changer here. Software crunches terabytes, think Python for trends or Tableau for visuals. Big data tracks real-time shifts, online sales, job posts. AI aids forecasts, spotting patterns humans miss. Proficiency with these tools, coding, visualizing, is now crucial, amplifying insights but raising the bar. Tools of the trade. Economists wield a sharp kit. Laptops run stats, software like SAS or SPSS is standard. Spreadsheets map trends, calculators double-check. Modern boosts, cloud platforms, data APIs, streamline pulls. Each tool turns numbers into narratives, making analysis a craft of precision. The mental and emotional game. The job's a brain marathon. Logic unravels markets, equations and theories demand focus. Emotionally, it's steady, pressure to predict right tempers thrill. Concentration is everything, a misread stat skews all. It's a blend of intellect and calm, pushing both to their peak. Conclusion. The economist is the steady mind of markets, weaving data into decisions with rigor and reach. They dissect, forecast, and guide, often unseen, always essential. From their desks to global economies, their work illuminates the forces shaping wealth and well-being, proving its value in every calculated step.